Movie Chats.
Hello and welcome back to Cookie and the Haydens. I'm Chris and I'm your host tonight for Movie Chats, our weekly show, 7 p.m. every Thursday, and we talk about films, TV series, whatever else we want to talk about. And this week's theme is war movies. So should be pretty interesting, to be fair, like it is every week. Come on, let's be honest. So I hope a few of you are ready to talk about your favorite war films. We'll get into it in a minute. We've got our two guests, the two Steves, who will be joining us just in a second. Before we get going, I'm going to see who we've got in the chat. Just let me know if my connection's okay, because it's showing very low, but it looks okay back to me, but who knows. But James Tonks is in. Hi, James. Steve's in. Hi, Steve. He'll be coming on in a minute. We've got Dave Repairs, just made it. We've got Jason's in. Hi, Jason. Welcome to the show this evening. And we've got Goat Jazz Gary. The Bounty Hunter. Lana's here, even though she's meant to be working. So, you know, get some listing done. But keep us playing in the background. Keep those numbers on. Joe Noble's here. Hello, Joe. Hello, everybody, she says. Jason, got my Doc Brown NECA figure today. Awesome. Oh, cool. Did that come from Z? I'm not sure, but I know he said he was getting some new Back to the Future stuff in or something. Did it come from Z, or did you just buy it online or whatever? Hi, Richard Knight's Life. There it is. Didn't press. Not a very good connection. Oh dear. Hopefully it will improve as we go along. Shabba's in. All right. Connection's bad. Oh, bollocks. Let me have a look back on my phone and see what's happening. Connection's bad. Oh, bollocks. Let me have a look back on. Yeah, it's not great, but hopefully it will improve. I'm wired, so hopefully it should be okay. Kevin, hi Kevin, all the way from the US of A. Ian's in, Mr. Sprout's here. Oh, he just ordered the cheapest on eBay. Oh well. Well, at least you're happy with it. That's all that matters. Evening, I want that Transformers t-shirt, but don't tell Lana. I think she knows now, Steve. I think she knows. Kick Belle off the internet. All right, I'll just check with her now and see what she's playing at. See if I can walkie-talkie her. I could just shout down, but then you're all going to get me shouting in your ear. Probably not going to work. Babe? Babe? Are you streaming anything? Oh, pre-recorded? Okay, that's fine then. No, it's not her. Carry on. We've disconnected our Wi-Fi's on our phones, so it'll catch up in a minute, I'm sure. Chris has just blew me up. What does that mean? Was I too loud? Anyway, right, let's get on with the show. 5 minutes in, and we'll bring our two guests on. We might as well just bring them both in together. There we go.
Hey guys.
You all right?
You all right?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, good, man. You?
Good. Nice shirt again.
I thought I'd jazz it up a bit today.
I didn't get that one.
No, to be fair, I got it off the Tinterweb. I'm not 100% sure it's legit.
Oh, okay. Why, is there some telltale signs on it, or?
No, just I got it a bit cheaper than I expected to. So
right.
I'm just thinking, well, it'll do for now.
Yeah,
Until they reduce them in the store.
exactly.
Is that the horrible one that looks like it's been made out of your nan's curtains?
Paisley pajamas.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
To be fair, the thing is that even if it is fake, right, the quality of fakes nowadays is
it's so good.
It's good.
I've got three American sports jerseys. From that big lot that I bought recently. Yeah. 3 of them are fakes, but bloody hell, I had a time trying to identify them as fakes. They are so good.
Which ones were they?
The Seattle Seahawks is a fake. There's I'm not sure if it's Cleveland basketball jersey.
Right, yeah.
That's a fake.
Bloody hell.
But they're really good. I mean, normally you can tell, like, especially on the basketball ones, the NBA logos are terrible normally, but they're so good. I assumed they were real, but there's a couple of fakes in that lot. But
so how did you figure it out?
Well, on the backs, when you open them inside out, where the numbers and the names are on the inside, sometimes they have paper.
Oh yeah.
And they're generally, if it's got paper on the inside, it's fake.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. So.
But yeah.
But anyway, it can be it'll be a placeholder until you get a better one.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. And what's your Punisher T-shirt all about?
Just to remind you what that logo's about. I'm sick of watching you doing T-shirt unveils. Yeah. Oh, I don't know which one that is. Yeah, because it's the same one that you've lifted up 5 minutes ago when the chat told you who it was.
Yeah, but it's out of sync, isn't it?
It's not that. His eyesight, when he's up close, he can't see anything.
It makes me laugh. Exactly. It's like he's holding up the T-shirt and trying to look at his iWatch at the same time to see what the T-shirt is. And he's like, oh, I can't see it. At least they're better than Andrew's reveals. You just got a sleeve.
So he's blind and he's colourblind.
Andrew's so close. He's like as close as I am now. And he pulls it up, and it's like, well, I can't even see it.
Yeah, it's just a sleeve. Oh, look, it's single stitch. On what? The armpit? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, I've got 2 more deliveries coming with loads of T-shirts, so you're in for a treat when they arrive.
I just want to know if Belle's actually watched any of your videos with them on.
No, she don't watch me anymore.
Since she fell asleep in the other one.
She doesn't watch me anymore. She's got the real thing here. What does she need to watch a video? She's got me in the flesh.
Well, I was thinking more. She's got all the stock in the front room.
Yeah, there's no stock.
I can just imagine him going, Belle, should I do modelling on this video? No.
I've contemplated it. I've contemplated it.
Make your own little catwalk in the garden. Make your own little catwalk in the garden with pallets.
Nah.
There's an idea.
So anyway. Oh, something you need to watch out for, everyone in the chat. Yeah, before we came on, I've just been to pick up a 450 quid's worth of Facebook Marketplace stuff.
I hope you were socially distanced.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'm going to put a video out tomorrow.
Are you sure it's a business trip?
Oh, absolutely. Totally business trip.
Yeah.
I took Belle along for security. Because
security?
She's in the cops, so, she can be security. And, because you don't really want to do a £450 cash pickup on your own anyway.
I must admit, I'd be a bit worried at that.
Yeah, there's no way I wouldn't do that on my own. You don't know who you're going to, do you?
No.
Right. Anyway, let's just have a quick catch up on the chat before we talk about homework.
Hey, good time.
Hey, everyone.
So, Richard, you need to save that. Is that the one that I told you about?
The white Megatron one, yeah.
The one with did it have Japanese writing on it?
Yeah.
So, Richard, I get a bit of commission off that one. Kick Bell off the dial-up. Is my connection a bit better now, or
it is better actually? Yeah,
it's got better. Yeah.
Oh, good. Cookie using the internet better now. Okay, thanks, Dave. I don't know why. Sometimes it just don't know if it takes time to catch up or what.
Trying to pick up your makeup, Chris. That's what it is.
I know. I've got one of them settings on, with a filter that makes your skin all look nice. So obviously it's not working at the moment, of course.
Still holding on to the fact you're 33.
Yeah. Brummy Time Lord is in. Good evening. That top is as bad as Man United zebra strip is horrible, isn't it?
Do you know what, James? It's growing on me, this one, mate. When I first saw it, I was like, "Oh my god, that's terrible." But it's not.
The thing is, when you see like the concept kits come out and people release like, "Oh, this is what it's going to be," it looks terrible. But then in person, it's generally a lot better, isn't it?
Definitely in person.
99% of the Everton strips that you see in concept strips are the ones that you get that season. When I saw that strip in the sports shops, I was thinking, can you just imagine the marketing plea he must have give to get that strip approved?
But you know what they do though? Every year they do it, and to a certain degree it winds me up. They try and claim that it's got an amazing link to Manchester and all this stuff, and half the time it's tenuous. It's like this.
It's
so tenuous. The only times that has been really good was a couple of seasons ago. The black away kit with the bright bits on that really looked like the Hacienda stuff. That was a cracking kit, and I think they did a good job on that.
And I think the blue one that had, I think it was like a music beat on it.
The blue moon.
Yeah.
The audio track. That was the That was the 11-12 season where I've got that with Champions on the back.
Anyway, it's movies, not Manchester City.
Sorry. Yeah. Has anyone ever seen Jimmy Grimble? That's a good film, isn't it?
Or Blue Moon Rising. That's another one.
Blue Moon Rising. Yeah. But did anyone watch the series on Amazon, the behind the scenes?
Oh yeah, that was
great. Sunderland Till I Die.
That was amazing. Yeah. two series of that. Like, it weren't bad enough having one. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. All right. Stop winding him up now. More cycle tops or USA Sports? No, I've got some USA Sports gear, James. I don't know if you saw the video recently, but I watched a bit of it today, Richard. I watched a bit. I had a really bad experience with a T-shirt job lot from Saeed Vintage. In the end, I sent it back. I got my money back on that. It was that bad. But I think he's done slightly better on it.
Has he?
I don't think many of them are vintage when you see them.
I think he might have had one. The one that he pointed out was single stitch. But they never are, to be honest. They never are vintage. Let's see if I can get to the bottom of the chat and then we'll carry on.
We could have had Peter on this week. He says War Films is right up his street.
Oh, if he wants to come on, he can come on. I'll put a link in.
The chat.
Joe says, watch out. Yeah, I've seen it, Joe, but it's a load of rubbish, isn't it? It's, we're doing it for work purposes and that's the end of it. I'm not saying the video is a load of rubbish. I'm just saying that the reasoning for reporting is just pathetic. Jail time. War Films. Yeah, well, we expect you to contribute. But if you want to come on, Peter, I'm more than happy, but it's absolutely fine either way.
You'll end up getting questioned by Bell.
What do you mean?
They'll send Bell around to you to say, is it a business trip?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, I've got to ask you.
I know. No, it's Saving Private Ryan in the background. Let's see if we can get down here. Shabatron says, I like the blue camouflage training kit from last season. Red one is nice for this year, but the blue one is much better. Yeah, it was a nice one. I remember that come out. American Wolf in London. Yeah.
What's it?
Blue Moon Rising, wasn't it? It was Blue Moon Rising, the song in that. I love that film. Great. It's one of my favourite horrors, that. Bad Moon Rising, that's it. Well done, Joe. Bad Moon Rising, that's it. Okay, right. So, homework was Concussion.
You nearly forgot then, didn't you?
Yeah. I must have hit my head at some point and forgotten. Yeah, I watched it today. I really enjoyed it, and I'm surprised I've never seen it before. It's right up my street, that kind of thing. I like it. But it was a great film. Really well done by Will Smith as well. I thought he was really good in it.
Now, Will Smith, listening to him with that accent, I'm picturing the black guy from Gladiator, and he was in the beginning. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy at the beginning and stuff like that. I'm picturing him in that role with his accent, not Will Smith.
It took me a while to get used to it. Put it that way.
Yeah, get used to it though in a bit. But I did feel like he let it slip a little bit at times when he was sort of talking. I felt like he lost his accent a bit.
When he was picking up the high pitch bits, trying to emphasize his accent a little bit, he sort of flipped back into Will Smith.
Yeah, I felt
it was interesting though, because I used to watch quite a lot of NFL, and I didn't realize that was the reason for the rule changes.
What were the rule changes in the end?
Well, they weren't allowed to do helmet-to-helmet tackles, were they? Head-on collisions and stuff like that. You're not allowed to go with a straight neck and stuff like that anymore. And
because I think that they didn't include that at the end. It wasn't like a conclusion, and I felt like it was missing a genuine conclusion about what happened from it.
But I did a bit more research afterwards, and those are the reasons for the rule changes, and the fact that the NFL turned around and said to them, you weren't allowed to publish the findings of what we've got because they paid that a load of compensation and stuff on the back of it, didn't they?
Yeah.
And that's what all sort of come out of it all. But I didn't realise that's what started it all.
No,
was that
it didn't paint him in a good light though, did it at all?
No. But it was interesting, though, to see the NFL's response to it all. It was just like, yeah, we know what's happening, but just keep it on the lowdown and stuff like that. But you see it in other films like Any Given Sunday and stuff like that, where they're taking medication to continue playing through injury and stuff like that. And I think one of the characters, Shark, from Any Given Sunday, had to sign a waiver, didn't he? Because one more bad tackle, he would have been disabled, but he wanted his yards and stuff. But so it must go on in the sport, and
these players were dropping like flies, though, weren't they?
Yeah.
Where money's involved, especially something as big as that. But yeah, the only criticism I've got is probably that it jumps years quite easily without actually letting you know. You know, so they went for I mean, there actually is another one. I would probably say that the relationship between like him and his wife, it didn't really flow. That was quite stale. That was, but then they just kept jumping years. It's like he was still fighting it for years on end, but you didn't know what year it was.
That's always a bugbear with me. That I like to know, like when a film starts, you know, if it's set in a specific year. Yeah. I like them to tell us what year it is, so I can get into my head, you know, like what we're talking about. But yeah, I get where you're coming from with that, definitely. But on the whole, I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Really good, yeah.
I was working with it on, and you know, it was hard to work with it on and you know not watch it.
You know, but they said Will Smith was nominated for a couple of awards and stuff like that. But I'm trying to think. Apart from, was Training Day out that same year, 2015, 2016-ish?
I don't know. I thought it was younger than that. To be fair,
I'm trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out what other big films were out that year that Will Smith never won awards for it, or it became bigger for that, because it's one of his more serious roles that he's played. Isn't
definitely. He was a little bit heavier as well in that, I think. Yeah, it was good. Go Jazz. You'll enjoy that.
Yeah. Anyone else in the chat who's not watched Concussion with Will Smith in, then definitely I'd recommend you watch it. It's very, very interesting. You don't have to be into sports or American football or anything. It's not really, you don't need to be into it. It's just a good story, true story.
Was that whole investigation going on at the same time they were talking about Premiership footballers getting brain damage for headering the ball?
I bet it weren't far off the same time, you know. Not quite the same, but yeah.
It can't cause the same issues heading the ball, can it? Because there can't be that.
I don't know. It's constant impact, isn't it? It's the impact to the top of the skull that's making your skull compress against your brain.
Yeah, I suppose so. But I guess how many times does a player head a ball in a game? Maybe never.
It was when he was explaining about like the brain in the jar.
That was brilliant. That with the apple.
Yeah. And it's like this is sort of it just floating in water sort of thing or fluid. That was really good.
Jason says, I think that's the beauty of TV shows, to be able to explain more. Yeah, that's the kind of thing, actually. That kind of film would probably have done well over a couple of seasons. They could have really gone into depth on that.
I'm not denying.
So there you go. The bounty hunters, same with the FA, with the kids heading the ball. Kids can't head the ball until a certain age.
That's it. Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm not saying that it didn't make any sense, because it did. It's just the fact that he went from I think he was single at one point, and then he was getting married, and then he was having kids, and then all of a sudden, do you know what I mean? And it's like they just jumped there was no explanation.
Yeah. All it needed was a line, didn't it? 1 year later or whatever.
Yeah, that's all. I think my gripe was with that.
I think when you're talking about lines in the film, there, it's when he's taking it to his colleagues, and one of his colleagues says to him, "You're one man taking on an organization that's got 20 million followers that were watching, who actually own a day. It's the same day the church used to own." And you're like, that just sums up what the NFL really was or is to the States, isn't it? You think Premier League's big over here, but people's life revolves around the NFL over there.
Yeah.
Dave's got a good point as well. WWE had a lot of issues with the impacts and moves and stuff.
Well, that was definitely a safety aspect though with the wrestling.
Yeah,
there's landed some of the moves. There's been a lot that's been banned, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, it's like the pile driver and stuff like that, wasn't it? Stone Cold breaking his neck and stuff like that. So
yeah. So that's the homework discussed. Very good film. That enjoyed it. And by the way, whoever it was who mentioned Future Man last week, I've started watching that.
Oh yeah,
Future Man.
How have you found it?
The first episode, I nearly stopped after the first episode because I thought that it was a bit pants. But as each episode goes on, I'm finding it getting better, and you're kind of getting used to it. But there is a lot of Back to the Future references. There's even the little twinkle noise in it, that kind of what they use in Back to the Future. That little twinkle sound. They kind of use that or similar to it at different moments in the. But anyway, I thought it was quite good, so I'm going to carry on watching it. I haven't watched Resident Alien though, because somebody mentioned that as well. But I've got it on record on Sky, but
it's on Sky One, isn't it?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, I've got it on Series Link or whatever you call it. Yeah. But have you started watching? There's something that's just started on Sky. The Judge with the guy from Breaking Bad.
Will you narrow it down? Are you talking about Bryan Cranston?
Heisenberg.
Bryan Cranston.
Yeah. So he's in it, but we watched the first 2 episodes last night. It's cracking. That's well worth a watch. That really good. And basically, if I was to give you a quick outline, what's his name?
Bryan Cranston.
He's a judge, but he's like a really good sort of. You'd expect judges to be good, but he's proper, straight down the line. He's very fair, a good person, basically, a good judge. But his son gets into an incident where he has a hit and run, and he leaves the scene, and this kid dies. And then what happens from that point onwards is kind of what the story is about, and how his dad, the judge, sort of deals with it. I won't give any more away than that, because it's very, very interesting how it sort of progresses, but well worth a watch. That. Let's see who else is in the chat. We've got Steve Branno. Hi, Steve. Oh, you all right? Jeff Astle was one of the player that was linked to brain damage from heading the ball, but The old balls could hold a lot of water in the leather. Ah, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, the modern
it was the
balls
big
are very
heavy.
light.
It was the big heavy cases, wasn't it? The older mitre balls.
Yeah, we'll get on to war movies in a minute, James. We might as well drag it out a bit. Yeah, Future Man. Was it you, Bounty Hunter, that mentioned it? It's a series, Jason. It's a series. Just look it up. I can't remember the guy's name who's the kind of the lead in it. I can't remember it.
You're missing that, Chris. The 1992 space movie.
Oh. I ignored that. Yeah, I ignored that.
You didn't see it.
Oh, don't worry. Lee, don't worry. Okay, so let's move on to war movies. People seem to be itching to talk about war films. So I know we normally do a top 5, and then Oliver Rean decides to have honourable mentions that last about 20 minutes.
I've got a couple of honourable mentions.
I've got a top 10. So
look, moving forward,
I couldn't get it to 5. So yeah, okay. Moving forward, then who wants to go first with?
I think that was so funny on your latest video when you went, "Shit!" I've said moving forward.
Yeah. That's because I had it on my brain, and I was going to delete it, but I just thought, "Sod it, I'll leave it in."
So comedy factor.
We make mistakes. I pissed myself off doing that.
Should we let Chris go first and see if he covers off half of ours?
I get to go first, do I? Right.
He's not bothered to tell us that he's having a top 10.
No.
Well, you lot do what you want, so I'm the host. I can do what I want.
Well, you're in charge.
Whatever, yeah. Allegedly. No, I was talking to Steve just before we come on, and I said, like, we've probably got, I reckon that each of us have got 2 or 3 the same out of whatever we've got, because there are some standout films. So here's my list, and it's in no particular order. So I've gone for 1917.
Yeah.
Is it just an absolute cracker? It's probably one of the best. Hacksaw Ridge. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Enjoyed that one. Obviously, Saving Private Ryan, the image behind me. I think Saving Private Ryan and 1917 are probably the 2 best that I've seen war films. Inglourious Bastards. Are we allowed that?
Yeah, I think
we decided that last week, didn't we?
Yeah,
we could have that.
I couldn't remember what we said, whether we disqualified it or not. But it is a war film, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah,
it definitely is. So that's a cracking film. I love it. The part he plays in that. I can't remember his name. You know what I'm like with names.
Brad Pitt.
No.
Waltz.
Well, yeah, Christoph Waltz.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so good in that. Right, Boy in the Striped Pajamas, bit out there, but such a good film. Now, 2 oldies, but goodies. The Great Escape.
Yeah, I've got that.
Absolute classic. And Escape to Victory.
Ooh.
Now, I was going to go for Escape for Victory, but I thought you were going to turn around and say it's not a war film, it's a football film.
Well, it's set in the war, isn't it? So I'm having it anyway. Escape to Victory. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Memphis Belle.
Yeah.
The Hunt for Red October.
I've got that one.
Yeah, that's a cracker. And the last one is one that I watched at weekend following the decision to do war films, and that is Casualties of War.
Well, you said that, didn't you, last week, that you were going to go and see it?
I was going to go and watch it again, yeah. And Annabelle watched it with me. She weren't keen on it because she couldn't get out of her head Michael J. Fox and Marty McFly. That's all she could see. But I didn't get that at all.
And what did you think of it then?
She didn't like it, but I love the film. I mean, it's a true story, which is shocking. Really, it's shocking what they did in that film. But to think that's a true story. But it's such a good film. I think it starts off like first 10 or 15 minutes. It's quite a tricky watch because it's a bit disjointed at the beginning. And what's his name? Michael J. Fox. He's not really at the forefront at the beginning. He's kind of just one of a number of actors. I think then as the film goes on, he takes the lead role. So yeah, that's my 10. Let's see what everyone's saying about those before we see.
Jason's just brought one up there that's on my list that could have made my top 5. I didn't realise we were doing top 15s, Chris. Empire of the Sun with Christian Bale. That was an absolute brilliant film.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it, but I think I've seen it, but I don't remember the plot line. Boy in the Striped Pajamas, I enjoyed that. Yeah, James. I mean, as such a good, well-made film. Pearl Harbor, Mrs. says.
I haven't got round to watching Saving Private Ryan. Never seen it.
You've never seen
Saving Private Ryan?
No, I've never got round to it.
We're talking war films, and you've never seen Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah, I've had it since it came out. I've just never got round to watching it.
No, that's just FUBAR.
I'm in shock.
Yeah, that's just FUBAR.
You've got to go watch that now.
No, I will do. I'll get
It's so good. Serious to God. The opening sequences are so good.
I love Band of Brothers.
I'm surprised Chris has watched it because it's almost 3 hours long.
No, but it's I don't mind a long film if it's good. I don't mind.
Intermission at an hour and a half.
Yeah.
A Bridge Too Far. We've got Empire of the Sun here. Behind Enemy Lines. Yeah. Hacksaw Ridge. Yeah, we said that. Joe Noble says only ones I've seen: Escape from Solidor. I don't know what that one is. The Great Escape, Schindler's List. I toyed with putting Schindler's List on, but I decided against it. Yeah, lots of good suggestions on here. Full Metal Jacket. Night Slice always got something, hasn't he, that relates to our chats in his hoard. I've got some original set photos from Empire of the Sun.
Yeah.
Nice. Mark Stevens.
I'm not interested in them. I just want that T-shirt.
Unbroken. What's Unbroken? Do we know that?
That's... Oh, God, what's he called?
Hi, Lainey.
Is it him out of the... No, not the Gentleman.
Let's find it.
James Tonk said he didn't like Saving Private Ryan. What are you on about, James? Come on. Oh, I'm disappointed, James. Letters from Iwo Jima.
Kingsman. Is it him out of Kingsman? Unbroken.
Not sure. I've never even heard of it. I'd have to look that one up.
Jack O'Connell.
I think that's him.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, Brummy. Not that I've watched it, but I'm aware of it.
It's a porn parody.
Hamburger Hill, Shabba says.
That's a good film.
See, some people are mentioning Band of Brothers there. Band of Brothers over Saving Private Ryan. Which one would you go? I know one's a series and one's a 3 hour long.
I've never actually watched the entire Band of Brothers.
Oh, it's amazing.
I've got it, so I'm going to dig it out again. I've got the metal box thingy that you can get for it. But I think I did like a couple of series and then for whatever reason I didn't carry on with it. But I've got to go back and watch it again.
A couple of episodes. I think there's only about 10, 12 episodes, isn't it?
That's what I meant.
But Band of Brothers, I'd stop there. I wouldn't bother watching the Pacific after that because it just ruins it. But
right. Fury, that was all right as well. Band of Brothers. Right, who's next then?
Fury was a surprise. I'll go next.
Go on.
Funnily enough, I've got 10.
What now?
Well, I already had a few, but they were my honourable mentions. So there is an honourable mention, which is Jojo Rabbit. I really enjoyed that. That's
never seen it.
Too long. Oh, it's good. It's really funny. But it's also a good war movie. Okay, so I'll go with number 10 would be Lone Survivor. Number 9, Pearl Harbor. Number 8, The Imitation Game, which I was toying as to whether or not that's a war film, but
yeah,
wartime, isn't it?
Wartime,
yeah.
Number 7, Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Number 6, Inglourious Bastards. Number 5, 1917. Number 4, Hacksaw Ridge. Number 3, Full Metal Jacket. Number 2, Platoon. And number 1, The Great Escape.
Oh, number 1. Blimey.
I'll tell you why.
Wow.
Because I can literally sit there and watch that as many times as possible. Any holiday period that comes on, I'm watching that. It's one of those family movies, I think, for me, because my dad used to watch it all the time. He still does, to be fair.
Yeah, it is good. It is good. I remember watching it not that long ago, to be fair.
I don't get bored of watching that movie. I mean, special effects wise, some of the ones over the last 10, 20 years have been brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, stunning, really stunning. Peter Ray says he's given us 10 here. He must have been out researching. He's gone Saving Private Ryan, Pearl Harbor, Dresden. I'm not sure what that is. Good Morning Vietnam, A Bridge Too Far, Schindler's List, Pianist, Zulu, Enemy at the Gates. Oh, forget about that. Enemy at the Gates. Book Thief is good as well. Jacob the Liar and Outpost.
He's got 2 of mine in that list.
Good list there. Let's see what else we've got before we bring on Steve. Pacific, shockingly bad.
I haven't got around to watching it yet.
I've never seen it.
I wouldn't bother. It's supposed to be like the natural carry on to Band of Brothers, and just the way it was done, it was just so poor. Yeah.
Goat Jazz Gary's given us some 70s war classics. A Bridge Too Far, All Quiet on the Western Front, The Deer Hunter, Kelly's Heroes, Cross of Iron, Boys in Company, Eagle Has Landed, and The Wild Geese. Not seen most of those, but I have seen the Deer.
Save yourself 10 hours, Steve, on watching the Pacific, and just watch the film Red Line, because that's just the same story, just crammed into 3 hours instead of 10.
Yeah, but the Band of Brothers was so cinematic.
Yeah.
I think, if I remember rightly, though, when I started watching this Pacific, there's like an intro for every one of them.
Yeah. Well, there was for Band of Brothers, wasn't there? There was a small interview of each member of each company.
Yeah. Did you ever watch that They Shall Not Grow Old?
No.
Oh, They Shall Grow Old. It was a Peter Jackson like TV. I want to say a documentary thing that came out a couple of years back. But what they did is he used original footage from, like, I think it was the First World War, and restored it into colour, and it was really, really interesting how they've done it. But it was just one of those technologies where he was waiting. He had the idea for a while, but he was waiting until the technology was around to do it. It's so good how the special effects.
Joe says that all the cast of The Great Escape have died now, except David McCullum.
Bloody hell, really?
Nobody's mentioned The Dirty Dozen, according to Shabba.
He's right.
Not my sort of thing. That one. War Dogs count as a movie, funny movie worth a watch. You know, there's a film that I quite liked. You might be able to help me with the title. Not technically war, but sort of linked to war. With oh my god, what is wrong with my brain? I think I've got concussion or something.
Brain freeze.
The pressure's got to him. We need a countdown clock, quick.
What's his name? The bloody actor that's bankrupt and he's only stars in B movies now.
Oh, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, fucking
Lord
hell.
of War.
Wind Talkers.
Yeah, where he's selling the arms.
Wind Talkers was a better film with Nicolas Cage, where they've got the Indians doing the translation.
Yeah, I enjoyed Wind Talkers, but Lord of War I thought was quite good as well.
I went into I think is it Pound World that's still around? Poundland still around. I went into there today and they've got Lord of War in there on Blu-ray for £2.
Yeah, Poundland, where nothing's actually a pound anymore.
Oh mate, yeah, I bought some and it come up at the till at 75p. I felt like I'd won.
Catan says there's a Mel Gibson film. Is this not We Were Soldiers?
We Were Soldiers, yeah.
Yeah, that's good as well.
That's my
We've
list.
probably mentioned most of what's on Steve's list.
Can we get to Steve's list before everybody mentions everything else? Steve's list?
Go for it.
Hunt of Red October. I'm only sticking to 5. I'm not amending my list. Hunt for Red October. The Bridge Over the River Kwai. Zulu.
The what? The bridge over the Kwai?
Yeah, the River Kwai.
Say that again for me.
The Bridge Over the River Kwai. Don't be taking the piss. I have got a speech impediment. It is a disability. No, fucker. Zulu.
Oh.
Enemy at the Gates, and We Were Soldiers. However, I have got on my list was Courage Under Fire, Empires of the Sun, Saving Private Ryan, Black Hawk Down, and Fury and Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
That's not wartime.
Of course it is. It's set in fucking war. They're going to war.
That's bullshit, that. I said no sci-fi war.
It's all... If you look at Starship Troopers, they've enlisted a load of people. They've enlisted a load of people. It's all propaganda.
Is that like the rebellion as well?
Yeah.
If you're going to have
and they're going to war.
Star Trek and all sorts.
No, you can't. Star Trek, they're not a military organisation, Starfleet. So, they're not.
What's that got to do with anything?
Because they're not going to war. Starship Troopers is a war film.
You're stretching that one.
There's definitely a line that he's just crossed.
We Were Soldiers was good, though. So I understand why that's on your number 1. That is a good film.
I think that's one of Lou's favourites as well, that.
Yeah,
I need to watch that again.
We Were Soldiers.
I think with We Were Soldiers, it was before all these like Full Metal Jackets and platoons and stuff like that, where they're showing the Americans of being, all cowboy wannabes over in Vietnam, and it actually reminded people that we were actually soldiers when they first went over there.
Braveheart.
Shabba says Braveheart. They watched it in '95 at the cinema, and the fire alarm went off. Took almost 5 hours to watch it. Oh God, nightmare that.
Jeez.
5 hours on a 3-hour film.
Jesus, you'd lose the will to live, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You would. Goat Jack says, you're going through the decades for us, Gary is. 80s, Heartbreak Ridge, Das Boot, Hamburger Hill, Killing Fields, Born on 4th of July, First Blood, Rambo, Red Scorpion, Bat 21.
First Blood, yeah. See, I was looking at that.
Is First Blood war?
This is what
I know he's come back from the army and stuff, hasn't he? But is it still war film?
I don't think it's war as such. I think it's like more of a one-man sort of rampage. I'm not sure I can class it as war.
No, possibly not.
Post-war, maybe.
No, you see, I'm gonna argue this now with Avatar, because Avatar's not a war film at all. They're over there mining. They're over there mining the planet, and they just happen to fight with the it's not a war film. Starship Troopers, they're at war. They go to war. That's the whole point of it.
The Starship Troopers was based on a true story.
It was, of course, it was. They even wrote a book about it.
Greatest war film ever made, was it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Stop making me laugh.
Bounty Hunter's got a point. No Transformers in that list.
No, because they're not war films.
But there was a war on Cybertron, wasn't there?
Yeah, they were at war.
Oh. Now who's stretching it now?
In that case,
Your fault.
I pick Unfriended because it was a war on bullying.
What a war on what?
She said in that case, he said, what about Unfriended? It was a war on bullying.
Well, if that's the argument, so is Billy Elliot.
Oh God.
There are so many great films, Peter, that don't make it to the big screen.
To be fair, on that genre, I did really struggle. I think there's so many of them.
There was a lot of fun. That's why I had to do a 10 in the end. There's no way I could get it down to 5.
No, but I mean actual good movies as well. You know, I mean, I didn't even mention The Hurt Locker. That was an amazing film when that came out.
Yeah, that's good.
The dog one, Rex.
Rex, yeah.
We watched that the other night.
What? Rex?
Rex, yeah.
Is that the Megan Levy one?
Yeah.
It were good. It were good. I did like it.
Dave, have you lost them? I'm sure you've lost them.
How was he put? Come on.
Transformers, The War of Cybertron trilogy. That's the Netflix cartoons.
Bounty Hunter says, just for a mention, the TV series Tour of Duty had the box set over 20 discs.
Bloody hell.
Don't remember that. War of the Worlds, Mr. Sprout says. What, the musical? Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy. That's got the word war in it. That's got to be war.
Go back and watch Starship Troopers from an idea of a war film and tell me it's not a war film.
LGG Retro. This chat is a war.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Stu Mandry.
Cold Mountain.
Stu Mandry backs me up.
Well, let me see what he says here.
Oh, here we
I have
go.
come a bit late, but heard the Starship Troopers argument. It is a war film. It was made to satirise militarism and Nazism. The film's too kindness. I'm still not having it as a war film, Stu.
It's a war film.
You prepared a very good argument, but it doesn't sit with me.
What about Hunger Games?
That's a war for survival. The great war movie, Stalingrad, Flight of the Intruder. He doesn't half come up with some random stuff, Gary, doesn't he?
Downfall.
Three Kings is good.
Yeah. Valkyrie, brilliant film.
Tigerland, Downfall.
Downfall, isn't that the one where they've got that bit with
That's
Hitler
Nazi
in
thing,
it?
isn't it?
Yeah, the one with Hitler in, where it's like every time they decide to do like a little skit on YouTube, it's got that video on with like Liverpool winning the league and all that shit.
Yes, that's it. But is it subtitled Downfall?
I think so, yeah.
I think
Imagine
it's.
yourself.
Oh, was that what I shared with you guys about going to the pub?
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? That's Downfall, isn't it? I think it is. 300. Oh,
yeah, but it's still war, isn't it?
yeah, I suppose.
That's more of a war film than
Starship Troopers. Yeah, definitely.
Starship Troopers.
Flesh and Blood. What's that, Joe? People coming up with some random stuff here.
War of the Worlds. It does say it in the title.
Yeah. Told you, Google's an amazing thing now. They're all Googling the best war films.
That's it, innit? That's it. Yeah, Peter A's got a good, well, I'm saying good suggestion, I don't know or not, but a great underrated World War II film need to watch is Allied. Starring Brad Pitt. Right, Peter, I'll write that one down. Allied, Brad Pitt. And I also want to watch We Were Soldiers again. I'll have that on in the background tomorrow when I'm because I have seen it before, so I don't mind having it on in the background when I've seen it before. Troy.
Yeah.
Anyone mentioned Fury? Yeah, someone mentioned Fury. That's quite good.
That was a surprise, that movie.
Yeah.
Fury. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, to be fair.
Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Infinity War.
That's a good one, Shabba. I could have come up with that one, World War Z.
It's a zombie movie.
Well, it's a war film as well, isn't it?
No, it's not. What's it got to do with war?
Well, they're at war. It's World War Z.
It's in the title. Come on.
It's in the title. The clue's in the title, Steve. Come on. American Sniper. No one's mentioned that.
To be fair, I looked at that earlier on, and I was like, "Yeah, it's a great movie," but I just weren't sure if it was in that top 10.
What's next? Toy Story. Avengers: Infinity War.
Hey, I tell you, another good series that's on Sky at the moment is SEAL Team. Have you been watching any of that?
No, mate.
No, it's got. Is it the what's his name from Angel? Dave. Is it?
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Angel and Bones. He's in it, and some of the other actors you'll probably recognise. And it's a really good series.
Beast of War.
I think it's a foreign one, isn't it? Beast of War.
But I have Goodnight Sweetheart as part of the war.
Yeah, that's a great war series, that.
Battle of the Bulge. Valkyrie. Apocalypse Now. Oh, James, you don't like some of the best ones. James, Tom.
That's it, Joe. That's the one.
What's your favourite war film then, James? You don't like all these big blockbusters, so what's your favourite one?
So that's another one I have.
I think I put a film in the chat the other day, the Last Castle, and I think his wife said he liked that one.
I was going to say that's the Apocalypse Now is another one I still haven't got round to.
No, I've never actually seen that either. Shay 1 and 2. I've got that on DVD. I've never watched it though. I keep meaning to look at it, but then I think to myself, I think it's another epic. So I've got to be in the mood for those kind of epics.
Epic.
Yeah. I.e. more than 1 hour 20 minutes. Plus, I think it's a subtitled, so then I've got to be doubly in the mood for an epic subtitled film. Foreign war films Gary's come up with: Soldier of Orange, Come and See, The Bridge, Army of Shadows, Flame and Citron, The 12th Man. And I have to admit, Gary, I've not heard of a single one of those. But if it's worth a go, why not have a look? Stalingrad. The Sound of Music was set in World War II.
Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Anyone said Battle of Algiers? Ashley?
No.
There you go. James has said Hacksaw Ridge is probably his favourite. Yeah, good film that. Bounty Hunter, such a great film. Beast of War.
Just turn this tablet down.
Tank Warfare. Sounds interesting. I've written it down, Gary, so we'll see. War Games now, Dave is.
Well, it's in the title.
Star Wars. You can tell Andrew's in.
Hey, Andrew.
He's arrived. Don't start with Braveheart. Ashley says, thank Peter. Don't think Chris will like it. It's black and white and some subs, but great film based on true events. I do find actually quite hard to watch a black and white film, to be honest with you. I don't know why.
What's Peter's issue with Braveheart?
Oh, I don't know. Don't start. What do you mean, Peter? I'm just looking back through the chat. He's answered something about Braveheart. Did you have that on your list, Steve?
Braveheart? No, I didn't have Braveheart on my list now.
I just thought you mentioned it last week as being a...
I did mention it last week, and I watched it again over the weekend.
Oh.
And thought against it?
Yeah.
No, I just thought Braveheart is such a great film, and the fact that, you know, it was written by somebody that was related to William Wallace and stuff like that, and you know what the Scots are like for being token liars. I don't believe a word of it.
Thanks for that.
No, Braveheart's a brilliant film, and and stuff like that. And it will be on my list, and it will be on my mentions. I thought one of you two would have picked it up. That's why I never put it on my list.
No, long for me.
No, I do love the film. It's just I
good.
don't associate that with a war movie.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm kind of with you on that. It's not. It doesn't immediately spring to mind.
Yeah, it was more of a rebellion, wasn't it, than war.
Laney's thrown some out there: Hacksaw Ridge, Boy in Striped Pajamas, Saving Private Ryan, American Sniper, 1917. All good, all great films. You picked the best ones there, Laney. Star Wars, yeah, right. Andrew says, I hate black and white films. I'm showing the subtitle.
Battlestar Galactica.
Escape to Victory. We mentioned that, David. Yeah, that's in my list, that. What are you scoffing down there?
Midget gems.
Midget gems. Jesus.
Midget gems. Yeah, you can't. The stuff you can't have at the minute.
Well, I don't eat them anyway because they pull your fillings out, so I'm not bothered about them.
Not these ones. These are soft ones.
If the soft ones, they're all right, but I don't like those real chewy ones.
Yeah.
You just can't get them out of your teeth, can you?
No.
Battle of Britain. Queenie. I had a similar thing. I was driving earlier to pick up this Facebook lot that I bought. And I just turned and said to Annabelle, I said, what, is it definitely Thursday today? Because I thought it was Wednesday as well. Strange. I'm like that most days anyway. I don't know what
day. Every day's the same for you, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I don't know what day it is half the time. And the weeks are going by so quick at the minute.
Andrew, what do you mean? Where was the war in Master and Commander? They're on a fucking warship chasing down a French warship. Of course it's a war.
It's just a boat race, mate.
Gary says, I've got plenty of copies of Beast of War in my eBay store. I'm the only one allowed to advertise eBay. You can put your link in if you want.
If you've got any Blu-rays, go Jazz, definitely put it in there.
Battlestar go pass the sweets. Yeah.
I'm sorry because I'm starving.
Some old ones, some stew. Operation Amsterdam. The Dam Busters. Nobody's mentioned Dam Busters, have they?
No.
The Man Who Never Was. All top black and white films. I don't really enjoy. I don't know. It sounds bad, but I don't really enjoy. Other than like Schindler's List, obviously was black and white, all but the opening and ending sequence. But I find it quite hard to watch black and white. I don't know.
Do you not think though? I was going to say on a side note, like when we were growing up, every weekend there was a war movie on telly.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can't have that now. We're rewriting our own history.
That's true.
You know that you can't talk about war now without offending somebody on the other side of it. We went to the Battle of Britain Memorial when we went down to Lincoln.
Okay.
And they were talking when we were around the bomber, the Lancaster bomber. They were talking about the bouncing bombs and stuff like that, and how they came up with it. And they've got one of the containers that for when they were testing it next to the Lancaster, and you should see the size of it compared to next to the plane. It's
when did you go to Lincoln?
Last September. We went September for our honeymoon.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we didn't realise that we went to Grantham and we went round the shops there. We didn't realise that you were down there at the time, or we would have give you a shout. But
yeah, you just stayed quiet and not said anything.
Yeah. Steve's location is currently turned off.
Yeah. So we did Lincoln and Grantham and a couple of other little places around, and then made our way down to Great Yarmouth. But yeah, if you haven't been to the Battle of Britain Memorial, it's worth going. Go and see the Spitfires and stuff. It was interesting though because we got to see the Spitfire coming in because they were flying around because they had an air show that day. They were flying around for the air show, and then you got to see the Eurofighters as well coming in. So you've got like the past and
Because there's a lot of RAF bases around here.
Yeah.
That's generally tends to be what you see in the sky, just sort of military planes.
Yeah.
When I was back home in Manchester, literally, go outside and see about 300 bloody airlines flying over every day. It's weird not seeing that.
But it's mad though, because you're talking what a 1940s plane, and then you've got the Eurofighters buzzing around you at the same time. It's well worth going to see if you've not been.
Do you notice that, Chris?
What?
Not having a load of planes flying over regularly is a bit weird.
You don't see any airliners flying over here. We must just not be on any kind of flight path. Although we have got Exeter Airport not far from us, which is kind of a semi sort of big airport. A bit like sort of Leeds, Bradford sort of size. But you do get military going across here. I've seen quite a few of the big helicopters. What do you call them?
The Chinooks.
Yeah, we see quite a few of those going over. But then, because in Plymouth's a massive sort of naval port as well.
Yeah, of course it
is. I don't know whether they're sort of work between the two, whether they fly down there and stuff.
You'll see a lot more of the sea rescues. Well, is it the Seahawk helicopters and stuff like that?
Maybe it's them and stuff that I'm seeing. Then it might be them, but I think there's a lot of mountain rescue stuff and that as well down here, and Coast Guard stuff as well. Well, other than that, you don't see any airliners going over here. It is odd though. It is odd because in Manchester, you're right.
It's like traffic.
Every 3 or 4 minutes over your head.
That was the weirdest thing. It's like traffic there, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's like I said, I went to Auschwitz and Schindler's Fact. Yeah, I've been as well, Richard. I've been. It's eye-opening, and I think it's something that everyone should do.
Really?
Just to appreciate the travesty of what happened. The Longest Day, my dad loved that film.
See, James is saying there that in the Highlands they fly the helicopters through the mountains and stuff. There's a place in Wales that we went to the start of last year or the end of the year before called the Mac Loop, and the RAF from Valley fly through the valleys there, and you can walk around that. You can walk up the hills and stuff like that. And as you're on the top of the hill, the RAF fighters are coming in below you. Yeah. So they're like low level flying. When we went, they changed the flight schedule, so nothing was flying that day because of the weather. But it's we're definitely going to go back again when it's all opened up and we can get into North Wales.
Nice one, Bailey.
Tropic Thunder, yeah. I mentioned that last week. There you go. There's Gary's eBay store there. It's called That's All Folks Entertainment. If anyone wants to go and buy some DVDs off him. Do you think, James says, do you think anyone will make a film about Captain Tom Moore?
Oh, God, yeah. 100%. Either that or a BBC drama.
Someone's going to make something about it, aren't they?
Oh, God, yeah.
I've been walking around his garden.
Yeah. Like lap 365.
Yeah.
No, he's obviously had a life before that, hasn't he? But it's just, they'll definitely make it. If they don't make it about when he was younger, they'll make it about what he achieved media-wise, won't it?
We're going to do something, aren't they? I can't sleep at my mum's house, Queenie says, because the planes are so loud. Yeah, you can't hear a thing here. I know it's obvious because we're in the middle of the countryside, but it is so quiet, quiet at night, and it's like pitch black because you turn the street lights off at a certain time.
Did it blow them out? Did they?
Yeah, they go around with the ladders and that.
Yeah.
Is that? I was going to say, Steve, is that your lad's iPad, and they're all thinking Chris is playing the wheel music?
Yeah, he's listening to. He watches a Pocoyo, which is I think a Spanish cartoon thing.
Yeah,
but it's just random, so random.
I remember watching this Richard Extraction. Yeah,
don't turn it on.
That is a decent film. That.
Yeah, it was actually that. To be fair,
the Dave's in. All right, the Dave.
Okay, the Dave's here. Love that name. Don't.
Someone's leap.
Yeah, Zulu. There you go. I think we're at the point where people are repeating what we've already mentioned now.
Yeah, we've gone through the war stuff now.
Yeah.
Shall we spin the wheel for homework?
Yeah,
go
on.
Let me
You know,
get
it's the only fun that you get to have on a Thursday night, Chris, is hitting the wheel.
Oh, I love it. My favourite part of the show.
Is it all up? Is it all updated from last week?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And it also means that dinner's coming soon, doesn't it?
I don't want.
It does mean that dinner's coming soon for him.
No, I've had it.
Oh.
I had it before. We got in from the Facebook pickup, had dinner straight away, and I was up here.
Was she there going, don't waff it down, Chris, you've got ages yet?
Yeah, I had, what did we have?
5 to 7.
I had an omelette and halloumi fries.
Do you know how we know he was busy tonight before the show? Because we never got a strange request with 15 minutes to go where he's adding something onto the list of stuff we've got to do.
No, he hasn't. He just doesn't tell us this time.
I nearly messaged you with 20 minutes to go and to say to you, it's going to be a top 10. But then I thought, no, they'll just moan about it. So you can't win, can you? Right, let's do this. Right, let's share the screen. Share screen. So this is going to be for this week's homework, and then we'll do the theme for next week. Right, here we go. So let's shuffle this up. Please, let's have a good one. Oh, hang on, I've got to take Concussion off there. Concussion's gone.
Put Allied on there instead.
Allied?
Yeah, put that on in there.
Okay.
Jesus, where did all those films come from?
From last week.
Chris's B-sides.
From last week. You lot were saying, no, put this on, put that on. Now we've got 100 on here now.
Do you remember that? I don't.
I don't remember that now.
No.
All right.
No.
I'm getting nice and close to the screen here because I literally can't fucking see it on the phone.
Well, I've got it on my phone here, but I've also got it on my monitor as well, so I can see what's going on.
Make sure he's not cheating.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What is it?
Go on, keep going to Ginger Clown. Oh, shit.
Spice Girls the movie. Who the fuck put that on the wheel?
Oh, God.
You lot told me to put that on.
Do you know what? If that only went on last week and it's coming off the week after, that's brilliant.
Spice Girls movie.
I bet that's aged really well.
So I have seen it, but I can't remember what it was like.
Oh, bloody hell.
No, Steve, you've got to watch that.
Yeah, Steve.
I'll watch Spice Girls. I don't mind.
Right, let's do the theme for next week.
I'm sure if I can watch Zombievers, I can watch Spice Girls.
Who was your favourite Spice Girl, Steve?
It's got to be Baby. Baby was the best. Right, here's the theme for next week. Let me just take war films off. Hang on.
I must admit, when Ginger Spice buggered off, I wasn't remotely bothered.
No.
So there you go. For once, Lana's excited for the homework we've got to do.
I saw him live as well.
Yeah,
That's
right
bad,
up his feet, innit?
Joe, she'd rather pull her teeth than watch Spice Girls.
Well, your missus is going to need dentures next week.
It's going to be rom-coms as well, look.
Oh, no, it's moving. It's moving.
Animated.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. Next week is going to be shit, isn't it?
Now, there's loads of anime films, Chris.
I don't mind a good animated film, I must admit.
Matt, can we just clarify? When we say animated, are we talking animated in general?
Yeah, so you've got a reason now for watching Toy Story and Bug's Life.
Animated?
Toy Story and Bug's Life aren't animated. Of course they are.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why was that? Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why aren't they?
I don't know. I
What's
just
your reason?
imagined animated being more cartoon style.
No,
What,
it's
so-
any animation, even if it's computer sort of animation.
Hmm.
Actually, probably all right. Actually, I can come up with a few for that. Animations.
So the homework is Spice Girls the movie.
And do you want to repeat it for Dave Repairs? Because he always asks you to repeat it after you've done it.
It's Spice Girls the movie.
He'll love watching that.
Lana. And yes, Lana, you are right. Transformers the movie again. Yes.
No, we're not allowed that.
Lana was a Steps fan.
Mm.
Does not surprise me one bit. Chris in a
Tragedy.
Union Jack dress next week.
Imagine it's Steve and Lana at the wedding like that. Tragedy.
Loads of good animations, James says. Yeah, there is, to be honest. You're not allowed Transformers, Steve.
Mm-hmm. You got to think outside the box here, Steve.
Okay.
Okay.
You can have it as an honourable mention.
And we've noted it already.
Right, are we having top 5 or top 10s or
We'll
top
go top
20s?
Let's have 10 because I think it's going to be more than 5, really.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah,
Right.
a couple from each era, each decade.
Oh, don't start putting rules on it. Just top 10.
Yeah,
Right, well,
what you need to do there, Steve, is that you need to message us with 20 minutes to go and say, right, we've got about 3 from each decade.
Keep you on your toes.
I was just preempting Chris's message.
Steve doesn't even do his list until 5 minutes before we start. I see him. Right, when I'm setting up the stream, I can see him at the bottom. He's got his head down, doing his research on Google, and he's doing his 10 then.
Belle's already done your own work for you, hasn't she, most of the time?
Well, there is that, yeah.
No. The thing is, right, here's my lists, right? so I have got my lists. And what I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to narrow down my 20 films into a top 5 so I can give you an honest opinion. And then Chris comes out and says, well, I've got a top 50.
Yeah.
So it's like, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Stu says if you've watched a film about tatty infected beavers, you'll probably be okay with Spice World.
That's true.
Steps are back, aren't they, by the way?
I think they probably do a tour like most of them
as well. I'm sure they've come
same
back.
with Spice Girls though as well, isn't it? Aren't they looking at doing a tour? Some
Bounty
of them have run out of cash.
I've watched the first episode from the other night. It was all right.
Oh, is this the last series now?
No, this is it. There's some extra episodes for series 10 that they made.
Right, so I was trying to figure that out because I thought for a second that
it was meant to. It was meant to end at series episode 16 of series.
Don't
10.
tell me the end.
No, I won't. But they added a few extra episodes on, and then in either late summer or sort of October time, it'll be series 11, and that's the last series.
Was it Bad Wolf by any chance that put Spice Girls the movie on the wheel? Because she's just appeared out of nowhere saying, "Ladies, inform me, great movies came up on the wheel."
James Tonk says, "Can we do a few rename the animation movie at the end of next week's show? Do you want to do that?
Just give us a message 20 minutes before the end.
Did you see the thing going around on Facebook about changing one word out the title for the word sausage and seeing what you come up with? You know.
Yeah, I suppose we could do that. Rename.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay then. Well, let's have the chat decide what films we've got to rename then.
Okay.
But we'll just do 10. We'll just do 10 instead of 15. Because it took quite a while to do this last time. So, right.
That's
if the
because you kept getting them confused.
I'm going to go straight to the bottom of the chat. So, if the chat want to suggest an animated film that we can have a go at renaming, like
Back to the sausage.
I'll write them down. Renaming
Sausage to the future.
Yeah, thanks, Bad Wolf. Sausage Cop.
How to Train Your Sausage.
James has come up with How to Train Your Dragon. Okay, that's the one.
that's one. Only another 9 to go in between the sausage jokes.
Yeah.
Saving Private Sausage.
Anyone else want to suggest any animations to rename next week?
No, guys, you're not meant to name. Change it now for the word sausage. You're meant to come up with suggestions.
This is all your fault.
Snow White the 7 Sausages.
You've lost the room here.
Yeah.
You've definitely lost the locker room, Chris.
I know, we've lost it, haven't we?
It's sausage related now.
Now, guys, on Monday, we all need to change our YouTube names to something. Oh, there you go. Dave's asking, can we put Sausage Party on the wheel?
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
It's classic.
Awful.
Right, so we've got 1 so far. It could take a while.
They've done 10. They've done 10.
Yeah, but it wasn't. The plan wasn't to change it to the sausage name.
Yeah, we weren't talking about sausage fucking titles.
Short sausage.
Now, I was thinking that when Harry met Sally, but I was going to go when Sausage met Sally, not when Harry met Sausage.
Short sausage.
Instead of Short Circuit, you've got Sausage. T2 Sausage Day. Oh God!
Finding sausage.
Revenge of the Fallen Sausages. The Wrath of Sausage. Deep Sausage.
What have you done? Yeah. What the fuck have you done? Oh, we've got another one, Lana.
Shrek.
Shrek, right. See, Lana's bringing us back into line here.
There's some burgers. The day the
burgers doesn't have sausage in the title.
The day the sausage stood still.
Oh God.
That one is funny, I like that.
Enter the Sausage.
Raiders of the Lost Sausage.
The God, the Bag, and the Sausage. Indiana Jones and the Sausage in Doom. Oh God.
An American Sausage in London.
Never ending sausage.
That's a good one.
Do we need to do this every week? Just come up with a new. That's just a random word. Right. We're going to have to come up with 8 films ourselves here, guys, because these just run rampant.
We've been lumbered with a challenge and then helping at all.
We'll make it up.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Sausage.
Top sausage.
Brave Sausage.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Sausage.
Top sausage.
The Sausage in the Striped Pajamas.
Sausage. Have a sausage.
Have a sausage.
I said have a sausage. Loaded the sausage.
Is your missus talking about the pornos again there?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Dante sausage.
Dante sausage.
Sausage Wars would be a better title than Star Wars.
Star Wars: The Phantom Sausage. Oh God!
The faster the sausage.
Sausage in 60 seconds.
The sausage in 60 seconds.
Lock, stock, and two smoking sausages.
Alison, there we go. Alison Wonderland. We've got another one.
We just sort of filtering them out in between, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Green
In
sausage.
between wiping me tears, I'm seeing the
Star Wars Rogue Sausage.
sausage alone.
Cool World. What's Cool World?
Cool World. It's got a Brad Pitt in. It's like a 90s, I think.
Iron Giant
We've got Iron Giant. That's an animated.
and Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
Have they give up on the sausage now? Are they talking about the anime films, or
True,
these
James,
suggestions
that's
for
very
ones
true.
that we need to rename?
Chris seems to feel like he's going to be here until 10 o'clock.
I know, yeah. Willy
Kim
Wonka.
Passenger. Is that Kim Banginger? Silence of the sausage.
Animatrix. Bloody hell, guys. Jungle Book.
South Park and Team America. Are these animes that you want us to watch or to rename or?
Well,
they're
we're getting a few
renaming.
now.
Yeah.
Wally.
Girls just want to have sausage.
The Sausage Fest.
Sausage Road, Fury Road.
Enjoy sausage.
You don't want to know, Captain Upshot, man. It's shocking.
Dave, Beavis and Butthead do America. Tell us when we're on 10, Chris, won't you?
We're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Beavis and butt sausage.
Beavis and Butt Sausage.
And listen, the Emancipation of Harley Quinn, Birds of Sausage.
Sausage hard.
We've had that one. We've had that one, Captain Upshot. But it's a good one. 10 things I hate about sausage. All right, come on, let's give up.
Oh, he's got the high tech on, I've just realised.
Oh, of course.
Is that why he's cut himself off here so we can't see what he's wearing?
Literally, yeah.
Yeah. High tech Hayden.
Anyway, right, what we got coming up on the channel? There's a video out tomorrow with today's Facebook pickup on. And at the weekend, I'm going to do a live that is linked to tomorrow's video. So keep a lookout for that. It's like a two-parter. One's a pre-recorded and then it'll follow up with a live. And then Monday night, we're back on... Oh, Monday night is reseller tips with Jason T. Smith on Monday night.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've got an extra week this month. So it's like an extra week. So I've slotted another show in on a Monday night.
Dude, where's my sausage?
I'm trying not to laugh while he's talking, trying to be serious. All I can just see on Monday now is all these sausage tips, isn't it? What's the best way to fry a sausage?
Yeah. That's naughty, Andrew. I'll draw the line at that one. Bill and Ted's excellent sausage. Well, at least we know the level of intellect in the chat.
That's right. Annoy them all. That'll do. That'll do good for us, Chris.
This is what we're dealing with. So basically, we'd probably have hundreds of viewers if we started having games like this on every week. Add the extra word in. Bloody hell, we've never had so much chat in like 5 minutes as that.
Sausage powers.
Lesbian Sausage Tower Inferno 9.
The sixth sausage.
People are just Googling stuff, aren't they? They've got to be Googling stuff now. Mighty Morphin Power Sausage.
So there you go, Chris. We might have another wheel on the hands here. People just give us random names that we've got to fit into film titles.
Oh, I don't need to. Just watch the chat do it.
Yeah.
Chris all apart.
Well, maybe we should make it a weekly thing then, where we just come up with a word and we'll just let the chat go mental at the end.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Right. Come on, let's call it a day.
What's that? 32 watching and only 11 likes. Come on, guys. Like the video. Get the channel up there.
Oh, hang on a minute. I've got something that might remind you for that.
Well, here we go. What?
Oh! That's pointing right down towards your
thanks, mate.
area. So if you've not hit
there's no better way to do that, is there?
Go and hit that like button just underneath the video.
Yeah, go and like it, Oliver Reed's sausage. Go on.
Yeah. Like
you're going on the bottom next week, Steve.
No, it's Chris's turn, isn't it?
I prefer staying on top. The hunt for red sausage.
It's still going.
It's still on it.
The pursuit of sausages. Oh, God.
We just make a mockery of this, don't we? Really?
Sausage of the Caribbean.
What movie content?
Journey to the centre of the sausage.
Sausage chats.
Movie Chats is now renamed to Sausage Chats.
We just said that. We've got an echo. We just said that. It's gone quiet.
That's all right.
Right. Okay. Well, let's call it a day. Thanks to the two
everyone.
Steves. Thanks for joining us. Cheers, Steve, for introducing a sausage to the chat. Forever grateful.
The 40-year-old sausage.
Yes. Full metal sausage as well. Right, and thanks everyone for joining the show tonight. Appreciate it. And
Thank everyone.
We'll see you again next week, hopefully.
Yep. May the sausage be with you.
May the sausage be with you.
See you later.